There's that. All right, next up then, other things. Yeah, just Sylvanas' face looks different every time they model her, it seems. Yeah, no, Porter Gage was just pointing out, like, she looks a bit different and weird. So yeah, some funnies going on in some of the sort of data mining and, model screenshotting and posting and sort of discussing community and Twitter, which we thought was decently interesting.
I would like to...
This spell effect definitely messed up our boy Pelagos.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of those things going on. But yeah, here's what new Cine Sylvanas looks like, complete with her new blue eyes. There you go. Don't really have too much to say about it, if I'm very honest with you.
No hands.
Here is Taronda. She's had a bit of an injury.
Yeah, it's not.
Imagine that'll be patched up. She has a quiver, though. So, and then, of course, there's the Spirit Owl. Now, also, let's talk about cutscenes. We obviously don't have them, but one of the fun things is when we sort of just find out about them. So there's an Anduin raid finale. And then there is a Jailer raid intro and a Jailer raid finale. So there you go. I think that's our big cinematics then.
Very good. I hope they're good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really super surprising stuff, is it? Now then, we have potential lore yummies. We all love a yummy. From the Cypher Lore Codex. So let's take a look at this. Within Exile's Hollow, where Al-Farim, now just Farim, resides. Yeah, he's there. Of course, if you're into lore, you'll know Al-Farim. You'll find all sorts of progenitor consoles and automa. One of the consoles is Collected Concordances, which contains, quote, a collection of meditations on the creations of the first ones. Now, you can acquire a portable copy of these in the form of the Cypher Lore Codex, obtainable by interacting with the Concordance Codex dispenser console behind the other one. There's 12 pages in total. It's not known whether there will be additional entries sort of added as you progress. And here are the decrypted.
Yeah, this evokes some pretty, Discs of Norganon vibes to me.
Does indeed, yeah.
Which I think would be, I think it's cool, but it's also maybe, it'd be nice if this was a very, very a shift. I think people would be more receptive. This was like, oh, what's this? As opposed to, hey, we're in Zerath Mortis where all this shit happens. Here's some details. Where it feels a little bit less mystified. Whereas I feel like the Disc of Norganon the first time around, I'm like, whoa, holy shit. Kind of like the first time we went to Ulduar. You're like, whoa, holy shit. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's interesting stuff. So, page 1. Variations on actualization. All right. This is where I think this is the 12 pages of big ideas. Where does an idea truly become its own individual? Each one of us is carefully created, structured, and meant to serve a purpose. Each line painstakingly drawn and put together to create a strong lattice work, but still whole on its own. When is the line distinct from the design?
Good question.
So that's a big thing they had. We'll collapse that. I mean, like, just all of this, yeah. It's like, okay. Well, how about you try to do some of this with your characters and actually give your character some room to breathe?
Yeah.
So that we can feel this as players. By the way, I heavily recommend playing this other game.
Yes.
It's a hit indie, and it's from this country called Japan.
I've heard of that one.
And
yeah.
it's in this franchise called is it called Final Game?
Is it Dragon Quest? No, hang on.
Final Science Fiction?
No.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, yes.
Final Fantasy.
I heard that was named as such because it was the last game they were going to make.
Yeah, and so they they do this incredible thing, right? They have their big philosophical ideas.
Yes.
And I know that there's the justice and vengeance thing they're doing, but all this shit, all this wibbly wobbly, fractally, woohoo, and I suppose they're doing it with Alfred, but there's characters such as that one, actually, Cacaw!
Yes.
Cacaw! That
yes,
one.
Twitter, yes.
The character is the personification of the Twitter icon.
Yes.
In Endwalker.
Yes.
Where sometimes with their big thinks, they weave them into characters. and the journeys these characters go on.
Yeah.
You know, we have our characters like the Elidibus, the Fan Daniel.
Good yep.
And the other ones like Lebro,
Yep.
Lambus Bread, etc.
Yep.
But okay, I'll stop fucking around now. Look, my point is, whenever we kind of just see these like crazy ramblings of the fractal, and you know, when is the line distinct from the design? It's like, all right, but please give this to me in the form of character dialogue where it goes somewhere in a journey where that character can learn and grow from their experience.
Yeah.
That is the way that we need to experience this. And it's just that conversation you and Jared were having, where actually all of what they want to do would be better as a series of books.
Yeah,
They're trying to do their own fantasy trilogy or quadrilogy or whatever.
Yeah, like this stuff is actually genuinely like, it's all founded in some really cool stuff.
It is,
some
yeah.
really great stuff. Like if I were to open, you know, one of the books I've been reading and see, you know, that idea, when's the line distinct from the design? That's an interesting philosophical question. Obviously, you know, it immediately by itself it evokes things like the very, very popular ship of Theseus, which people apparently only found out about thanks to WandaVision, which is pretty cringe. But anyway,
No,
yeah, I'm serious. Yeah.
no. Yes.
Life's good. Yeah, no, the point is all this stuff is really interesting if done correctly. I mean, like, the two Nier games are extremely philosophical. Automata substantially more philosophical than the original, but it's still just like, that has all its characters, all its events, all its setups, perfectly there for it.
Yeah.
And also takes a piss sometimes, such as a factory robot being called Marx, one being called Engels. Very funny. Anyway, you can do this really, really well, but you don't do it by going, here's, it's unfair to, here's lore writers' philosophical musings in a part of the game somewhere. I don't think that has much value unless it's grounded in something, and this is grounded in nothing. Not even like, this isn't part of the game. This isn't, hey, we're telling this story about variations on actualization. They don't even have to do that. They just have to make it some way attached. Like the steamy romance novels
Yeah.
are actually sort of vaguely in context for the game. So you're like, oh, these are cool, whatever. Same with like the, even just little bits here and there. Don't have to be like major themes, but you can do stuff with them that's grounded. This is just like, what the fuck does this have to do with World of Warcraft? In any sense?
Yeah, it's like, cool, this is your idea, cool, but you haven't really made it feel like it's part of the Warcraft universe that well yet.
Yeah.
And people are going like, yeah, but the Titans exist. And it's like, yeah, the Titans exist, but they felt Warcraft. This is just, it's too, I don't know, it's too much, but it's not too much. If it was kind of all done via characters and their journeys, it wouldn't be too much. But when it's just done via, here's the update and what we think about the philosophy of Warcraft today in a lore book, it's like, okay, are you writing this so that I get to make a video reacting to each bit?
If so, thanks, but
I mean, yeah, it's like, thanks, but I'd rather be immersed in the game than have a video to make, frankly. So anyway, here's reflections and choice.
Mm-hmm.
All creation resides in the heart. A central point that flows outward into endless possibilities. This is talking about Azeroth, is it maybe? All paths have been traveled, but never the same twice. Each choice is unique. The song ever changes into a new and beautiful tune with every step.
Look at that! We've literally got, some of the most fundamental philosophical ideas, such as this is Nietzsche's eternal return or eternal resurgence. That's literally what this is. It is literally the same thing happens, but every time there's something different. Well, his is more the same thing every time, but this is like, what if that was different? What if every possibility has ever occurred? What if we're all God? This is a philosophical idea in itself, but it's all we're all the universe, rather.
Just imagine being really stoned, being like, yeah, man, what if ideas were people? Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Honestly, thanks to Endwalker, I've been reading a little bit of stuff about philosophy and understanding ideas, so I can kind of, I can vibe with some of this. But I'm also like, why is it here? Why is it here? What's this got to do? What has got each choice unique? The song ever changes into a new and beautiful tune with every step. What's that got to Azeroth? I don't get. I did nothing.
I started this game fighting a bunch of bandits. It felt good.
Yeah.
Page 3, a meditation on existence. Now, why has Dakor made this orange and given it a purple highlight?
Oh yeah.
Existence is contextual.
Good.
Good to know. Thanks. Sweet.
Oh, that's delivered as a fact.
Nice. Yeah. The light cannot be defined without the dark. To have one requires the other. Yeah. Language is also contextual. There is only meaning with reasoning. Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, is this like this kind of like the lore creator's thoughts?
Yeah.
Just here's a few statements. The deeper the reasoning, the ever changing the meaning. Their thoughts encompass everything and nothing all at once. They are what we cannot comprehend.
Or, hang on a second. Hang on. This is a genuine question. Have the redacted been putting chemical compounds into Blizzard's water? It's honestly, this seems like someone's just had, someone's been writing their quest dialogue, but they haven't realized they've taken acid.
That's someone's just there, just being like, "I'll throw you in the water." Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. After shutting down the MK Ultra program years later,
Oh my God.
So sweet. Pogorino's Reflections on Reality. A desire to tame the wild. Make what is vicious playful. It can shift one to the other with enough time. The weave of reality flows in all directions, making any outcome possible.
Big.
Yeah.
Please clap. Please clap. Is this
Circles and cycles. Oh boy! The circles are industrious. True beings of harmony.
Wait, the cycles are beings now? Oh, sorry, the circles are beings now?
Who the fuck cares?
Who's the circles?
Their thoughts flow like a river that breaks into smaller and smaller channels that feed once again into a greater This is all just fucking analogies for ideas. This is so boring. Is this a Kingdom Hearts cutscene?
I feel like Kingdom Hearts is substantially more grounded than this.
There is no beginning or end to them. They are always made whole. Man, that just makes me remember that time I went into the dead mines. Meditation and secrets. Secrets must be kept, stored away, contained safely so that they may be revealed at the correct time and place. A secret told too soon is ruinous to all. Damn. Here's this is a government paper. No, don't tell about the aliens yet. The archives maintain the balance. The grand design of the first ones must be protected at all. Why? Why? What is it? We don't know.
We don't know. Will we ever know?
Why does Soval not like it? Who is Soval? What is Soval? What are the secrets? What does it mean? What's the point? Who's anyone? Why is a lunar robot? Ah! What have you done? What is this lore? What's the grand design? What does it matter to me, the player?
It's the Grand Designs on Channel 4.
It's a great TV show. Oh man, you know that one where the guy built an apartment in a water tower? So
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I think Zoval didn't like watching Grand Designs, and so he's trying to destroy the TV show.
Why? Just here, everyone. I know I'm kind of hamming up a little bit, but
a little bit.
The grand design of the first ones must be protected at all costs.
And we do protect it because we become the guardian of the pattern.
The pattern.
Don't you love guarding the pattern?
I don't even know what the pattern is.
Are you a tailor?
I mean, I know the pattern is the design of a first one, whatever a first one might be. And we know that the first ones have a design, and that's not good because Zoval doesn't like it. But
we like it.
We don't know why he likes it, and we're defending it because he's bad. But we actually don't know why we're defending it because we don't know what it is. We don't know why he doesn't like it. And everyone around us is a weird robot, and they all talk strange. And there's Thralsma.
Yeah.
What? What is this? What is this tripe?
Yeah.
This is like the version. I think it's Sam Ismail, the the showrunner or creator of Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in an interview or something with him, and he said that he'd always write out the junk version of his story first, where there's no subtext and just everything is completely done just like straight up, right? And obviously he then weaves, gets refined, and it's kind of like that.
I'd love to watch a Mr. Robot like that. Anyway,
But it's like a secret told too soon is ruinous to all. Is that secret the motivation of the antagonist? It's pretty fucking ruinous when you don't tell us what it is.
well, if they tell us, then that'll be the lead into the next expansion. That's a big, big woo. Yeah, the pattern is the consistent decline of MAUs per month. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh man, what is going on?
Well, Nameless King says, I think they need Urianger on the writing team.
Yeah.
No, they need Alize on the writing team because they need someone who can go, what the fuck does any of this mean? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so
Stored away, contained safely, so maybe the correct time and place. I mean, is this just them being like, trust in M. Night Shyamalan fashion, whenever we reveal what's actually happened, you'll get it.
trust us.
Because that's worked out so well for him. Okay, well, time to move on, everyone. We have variations on Majesty. I hear their song ring out across the water. Melodies in the pattern telling stories to all. Jumping, swimming, running, bulbous and majestic. They stand strong.
What's Majesty got to do with that? Majesty?
I mean, is Majesty like the song of creation ringing out across the water?
Maybe. I don't know.
Melodies in the pattern. Telling stories to all.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Does it mean a hymn and awe? A hymn. The land shifts as needed, from dust to lush, from forest to desert. It changes to suit their needs, to build their great their great designs. The first ones, architects of the pattern. In their wisdom we stand in awe. Oh, no, we don't. What does that mean? I don't think that's the players are doing, big man.
Also, if they're so wise, why is everything so shit?
What's going on?
We're so the first ones in their infinite wisdom have designed a system so flawed that a man stuck in jail can figure out the power to control the entire universe through some domination runes, which still haven't really been explained in a way.
What is this fucking fanfic bullshit?
Yeah, fuck.
What? And it's also, this feels so smug.
Yeah, it's like I'm so smart.
I read some books.
It is literally, this is straight up like, hello, I have picked up the Penguin Edition Introduction to Philosophy, and also I sat alone in a dark room for 1 hour once. I am now a writer.
Like, the first ones, are they Blizzard's? Are the first ones like Blizzard's self-insert here?
Yes.
And Zoval
Definitely.
is like a toxic gamer? Is that the sort of, like meta commentary of Shadowlands or something?
Yes,
Because this shit's insane. Okay, variations on growth. Creation, growth, life. Everything bursts forth from the spark of idea. Death is an ending that they rebuild from. Anything broken can be fixed with proper care and culling.
Sound?
Okay.
That's, if that wasn't like a particularly flowery writer or a particularly good farmer decided to write in flowery language, there you go. Sweet. Yes. Fantastic. But what's this fucking Codex? Chronicle system? Whatever.
Well, here we go. Variations on Kervid. With grace and beauty, the Kervid lope across the land. Their elegant lines a delight to behold, a joy to the viewer, prey to the predator. This is the cycle eternal, a beginning and an end.
At least that would make sense because we're dealing with
go.
death and life.
Reflections and balance. There is purpose to each of us. Built with intention, we seek to perform our task to perfection. Building, tending, guiding, maintaining. We fulfill their wishes, perfectly balanced. Their design is not to be questioned. This definitely is meta. This is fucking meta.
Yeah, definitely.
This is. I was going to
cannot
say
be.
that this will make Lana Wachowski look. What's the word I'm going for? Subtle.
Subtle.
But maybe not. But. And I guess that this is them being like, you should read this and suspect the first ones. Yeah, no shit.
Wow, who
Can we have a story, please?
Yeah,
Can we have the story, please?
please?
Please.
No, you get a
Oh,
load
Caligula, thank you for the, hot
hot
dog.
dog, yep.
I'm at hour 19 and a half of my 20-hour fasting period, so
Nice.
that hot dog is fucking critting me,
Get
dude.
to eat in 30 minutes. Then.
Is it 30 minutes or is it an hour? I don't know. Anyway, a meditation on separation. I see the harmony and juxtaposition of being so sprightly yet so deadly. Is this why we are separated? Two worlds so close yet far apart. A barrier that protects one from the other as it was meant to be.
Life and death, I guess.
Sure.
Who cares?
Sure.
There
Sweet.
was a question that I felt needed answered. It was...
All right, fix the lore, Matt.
Is Herimar Oricon was asking, what is this page about? Is it from the expansion leak? I fucking wish. No. It's actually from the PTR. It's in World of Warcraft, will be very soon.
This is sort of shit. Like, you're high as balls, and you think that every fucking idea you have is incredible, and like, oh my god, I just found the root of the universe. And that I remember, who was it? No, I shouldn't say who it is, but let's just say someone I know was on a bit of the acid and was like writing a poem or something.
Yes.
And you know what? There's 3 people in my head who this could be, and I don't know which one of them it is.
I know.
So
I know which one it is. Yeah.
good. Tell me after the stream.
Yeah.
But is this thing? They write this poem and they're totally on acid, and they think that they have just found like, whoa, like this is Shakespeare 2. Mm-hmm. I read it the following morning, and it's like, well, this is 14-year-old smart. Oh god, what have I done? This will never be spoken of again in the bin.
Yep. No, I know what it is yet.
But it's like, man, this is just so not Warcraft. Stop trying. I mean, you can do what you want. It is your game, your IP, whatever. But like, this is moving it away from what it was. Mm-hmm. You know, this is moving away from what it was, and it's like, you know, let's just say you got a TV show, and it's like, you know, it is what people think it is. And then just like halfway through the season, or like for the next season, they're just like, okay, suddenly this is actually just, you know, fuck you. This is just what I want to do, and it's like, all right, so you're not respecting the audience who are the people who've got you where you are. Interesting. Cool.
Yep. Yes. And so
I've aged.
So I don't know if you know about the World Killer Iris item, but it was just brought up in chat.
What's that?
The World Killer Iris.
Oh, is this the fucking Quasar?
No. This isn't the
Okay.
Quasar. That's a different thing.
Okay.
This is a
Quasar.
This is a necklace. The World Killer Iris. It is a living symbol of despair, born by the nemesis of a doomed eternity. The fate of Azeroth will be shared by all her children. And it uses the Azerite beam, the focused Azerite beam, I think it is. And it's an item that drops from Zoval.
You say that
The
again?
World Killer Iris. Hang on, I'll just share it here.
Yeah.
I'll share it here.
Sometimes you have to see the words to be like, whoa.
Yep. Let me. Who am I? Where
Is the heating turned off?
Seems like it has.
Okay, because I don't know about you, but my feet are basically turned into blocks of ice.
Nice. No, I'm toast over here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Madness.
Yeah, this is a World Killer Iris. Obviously, it's got a
living symbol of despair. Born by the nemesis of the doomed eternity, the fate of Azeroth will be shared by all our children.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same identification as the heart of Azeroth.
They're going really hard with this stuff. Really hard with it.
So, like, this is Zoval making a heart of Azeroth?
Seems like it, yeah. Close enough to it.
Why?
Because why not?
What does it mean?
Means
Hit me with your analysis.
Heart of Azeroth.
Dude.
It means so the heart of Azeroth was a neck, and this is also a neck. You can see the allegories in the pattern.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. I did actually mean that quite genuinely, because that 12 codex thingy has actually turned my brain into mush.
Yeah.
I can't think. I'm stupid forever now. Thanks.
Yeah, no, it is like literally Zoval drops a heart of Azeroth, but it's not literally. It's the opposite heart
But
of Azeroth.
what does that mean?
Who knows? That's the thing. It's just a clear allegory to the Heart of Azeroth, which I thought they wouldn't do. So there's like, zoom, Azeroth. I'm really annoyed I didn't catch that on camera. Anyway. Yeah, is it the Heart of the Maw? Here you go. That's it. That's it. Did we ever figure out why Zoval wanted Azeroth's soul? No, we didn't.
So I've done the big mistake of... It's one of the things about when you're kind of doing an intermittent fasting thing. You really have to drink a lot of liquids and maintain your electrolytes and things.
Yes.
So, once again, I have to deal with the consequences of my actions.
Yes.
Goodbye, Matt.